All right, wonderful. We are live now. Welcome, everyone. I am so excited today, uh, after a couple of weeks, to join you guys and talk about something that is so close to all of us who have Sjögren's, which is chronic fatigue, the bone deep fatigue that keeps stealing time from our family, and how to get solutions from it. So, we're going to talk about 4 functional fixes for bone deep fatigue that is actually stealing time from you and your family. That is not letting you do things that you want to do and be present with your family. So we're going to talk about that topic today. Now, I welcome all of you to today's training. If you're watching live, I would love for you to type in the comments live so that I know that you're watching live. And if you happen to not be able to watch the live, and you happen to watch the replay, I would still love it. So go ahead and comment in the comment box replay later on whenever you're watching, so that I know that you are taking advantage of this free training and learning as you go. And also, as you're joining, as you're joining, please type in the comments and let us know from where you are joining today. So I am talking today to all of you um, from Dubai, and it is morning in the other part of the world, that is USA, North America. So if you're watching from there, type your location in the comments. From wherever in the world are you, from wherever in the world, if you are watching right now, type in the comments from where are you watching. I would love to find out. This is a global platform, and that makes this even better, because everyone can watch it whenever they want, from wherever they want. Okay, so let me just type a couple of comments and then let's start. Let's get going. And I'll just wait for a couple of more minutes for people to join, and then we will start. All right, so let's get started. Uh, so now today we're going to talk about the 4 functional fixes for the bone deep Sjögren's fatigue that is stealing your life and that is taking all the time away from you and your family. Now, this is not the kind of tired that we're talking about that can be fixed with a nap. This is not the kind of tired for which you need a cup of coffee. And what I mean is the kind of exhaustion that leaves you dragging through the day and makes you too tired to think clearly. So call it brain fog that comes up because of the fatigue, or you're too tired to work with to work at your best, to give your best performance at work as well. So this is not that kind of that it is that kind of fatigue that we are talking about. It is not the kind of fatigue that can be fixed with coffee or with a nap. It is a kind of fatigue that is deep inside the bones that just cannot be fixed no matter what you do. Okay, and this is for many of you who are also moms out there, who are just so tired, moms or dads actually, who are extremely tired and so tired that they can't even play with their kids, and that leaves you with that mom guilt or the dad guilt that I'm not able to do that with my children, right? So it is that kind of fatigue that I'm talking about. Now, I just want to do a quick check-in with all of you guys. Type a yes in the chat if this fatigue is the number one thing that is holding you back right now from living the best life that you can. Type a 1 in the comments, or a yes in the comments if this is the kind of fatigue that is holding you back from living the best life that you can now because of Sjögren's. Okay, type a 1 in the comments so that okay. So so yes, for so many women who have Sjögren's, this is the number one concern, because time is running by. They want to spend time with their family, with their kids, with their spouses, with the with their extended families, but the fatigue does not let them do it. So we're going to talk about that kind of fatigue today, the bone deep Sjögren's fatigue that is stealing time from your family. Okay, now how do I know about it, and how can I help you with this? So, quick introduction for all of you who do not know who I am. I am Divya Dhawan. I am a Sjögren's remission coach, and I'm also a Sjögren's thriver, which means that about 12 years ago, I was diagnosed with Sjögren's, and at that state, in that point of time, 12 years ago, when I was diagnosed with Sjögren's, I was completely drained out. I was surrounded by pill bottles. I was, just living on naps throughout the day, which never refreshed me, of course. And then doctors just kept telling me that this is a part of the disease, which is Sjögren's, and this is how you have to live. But I refused to accept that as my future. When it came to me, I refused completely to take that as my future, and um, took my own. I took my health in my own hands. I started doing my research. I did a lot of diet and lifestyle changes, and functional medicine as well. And all of that helped me to get medication free in just 1 year. And to date, I am completely Sjögren's free because I know and I understand what my body is telling me. And I do the same, and I help many women. I've helped dozens of women do the same as a functional medicine practitioner today. So I'm a functional medicine practitioner as well. I'm the creator of Sjögren's Reset Method, and I'm a Sjögren's thriver. And this is how I help so many women get relief from the never-ending symptoms of Sjögren's and autoimmunity. So for 4+ years now, I have helped busy women, executive professionals, and moms go from barely surviving to actually start living their life by reversing their Sjögren's symptoms and going to the root cause of what is causing these imbalances in the body, which are showing up as symptoms of Sjögren's for them. Okay, so today I'm going to share with you, number one, the real root causes of Sjögren's fatigue that no one is really talking about, and I'm also going to talk about real quick how does this Sjögren's fatigue shows up for most women, for most men who have Sjögren's. Of course, more women have Sjögren's, so I always keep saying women, but men also have Sjögren's. So I'm going to talk about the real root causes, plus what does this fatigue look like, real root causes of Sjögren's fatigue, and what do these symptoms of fatigue look like for people who have Sjögren's. And then I'm going to talk about the 4 functional fixes. I'm also going to talk about why this happens, and then I'm also going to talk about the 4 functional fixes which can help you fix this fatigue without the meds, without the coffee, and without the naps, or even without the band-aids. So I'm going to tell you about the 4 functional fixes. So stick with me till the end, because I'm going to tell you all those functional fixes that are going to help you fix the fatigue without the coffee, without the meds, without the naps, and without all the band-aids. Okay, so stick with me till the end, because this is something very, very powerful that I've got for you today. Okay, now if you are someone who has been struggling with Sjögren's, who has been on the hamster wheel of medications and doctors and appointments, and has not got any results, and your Sjögren's is getting worse, this is exactly for you. I have created the Sjögren's Reset Method, in which we go step by step. We address the root causes of what is causing the Sjögren's in your body, and then address them functionally and holistically with the help of diet, lifestyle, and supplements which are targeted to what your body needs. And then that is how I have helped dozens of women actually get relief from Sjögren's. So if you are tired of that hamster wheel, then type reset in the comments, and I'll DM you all the details of the program personally and get in touch with you. Okay, so now let's get started. Let's talk about the topic that we want to discuss today, which is 4 functional fixes for bone deep Sjögren's fatigue that is stealing time from your family. Okay, let's talk about that. Now, what what does the Sjogren's fatigue look like in most people? Because there is not enough awareness about that out there. So this fatigue can actually show up in many ways for women who have Sjogren's. So number one is, of course, as the name says, fatigue. There is persistent and unexplained exhaustion that lasts for months. So if you have this fatigue that is not just for a week or two, or it is not just for just not just for like a few months, but it persistently goes on and on and on for, I don't know, for 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, and there's no answers that you've gotten. This is Sjogren's and chronic fatigue. Okay, this is chronic fatigue. So you need to take care. You need to really go into the root cause of what is causing that. Now, if you have brain fog, that is also a part of having fatigue. Brain fog, which means that translates as forgetting words, forgetting names, rereading emails uh, more than 2 or 3 times, losing focus of when you're doing your work. That is also Sjogren's fatigue or chronic fatigue. Now, if you have sleep that does not refresh you even after 8+ hours and you still want to sleep another 8 hours, that is also fatigue. Because if you feel like you've been run down by a truck and you do not and you don't understand how you can get relief from that kind of fatigue, that is again, that is Sjogren's fatigue, that is chronic fatigue. Excuse me. And then muscle and joint pain, if you have muscle and joint pain, and there is no swelling around your joints, but you still have the muscle and joint pain, that is also a part of having Sjogren's bone deep fatigue. Now, if you have headaches, if you start having headaches that feel somewhat new, or they are unusually intense, they are also a sign of you having um, the fatigue that comes with Sjogren's, the fatigue that comes with autoimmunity. It is also called chronic fatigue syndrome, which is also a part of having Sjogren's. If you have sore throat, or if you have tender lymph nodes, so if you have tender limbs, swollen limbs under your jawline or on your neck, that is also a part of having chronic fatigue, Sjogren's fatigue as well. Crashing after any activity, so something that is also called in the medical world as post-exertional malaise, then that is also a part of having Sjogren's fatigue. Dizziness or lightheadedness when you're standing up, again, is also it's also a part of having fatigue, which comes with Sjogren's, which is also called chronic fatigue syndrome. If you have gut issues, bloating, nausea, IBS, anything of that sort, that is again a part of having that kind of fatigue. And sensitivity to foods also comes up. Chemicals and odors also is a part of having that kind of autoimmune or chronic fatigue that comes with Sjogren's. Okay, and then it also takes an emotional toll. So if you have anxiety, if you have depression, if you have a feeling of not feeling like yourself, that is also a part of having chronic fatigue, or the Sjogren's fatigue that runs uh, deep into your bones. Okay, flu-like symptoms, having chills, having night sweats, having very low-grade fever that is unexplained and persists for some time, is also a sign of having that deep, bone deep Sjogren's fatigue that needs to be addressed. Okay, now drop a me in the chat if you recognize yourself in any of these. If you recognize any of these symptoms happening to you, then type a me in the comments, because most women don't even know that they have this kind of fatigue. They have this chronic fatigue that comes with Sjogren's, and they are just trying to juggle through it. Most women are just trying to juggle through it. So if type a me in the comments if this is happening to you. Okay. Wonderful, wonderful. All right. So now this is not laziness. So no matter what you've been told, and this is what most women are told, that this is laziness, you're just being lazy, it is just stress, you're just too stressed out, stress less. This is not what it is, what you're being told. This is your body sending you signals of something deeper, some deeper imbalances which are not being addressed. And that is what we do inside my practice. We address those imbalances. So when I created the Sjogren's reset method, my purpose was not to create a method in which we manage the symptoms. We do not want to slap a few more band-aids in the form of supplements for you. What we want to do is actually go to the root cause, find out what are the imbalances in your body, which I'm going to explain in a couple of more minutes, which are the real root causes of why the fatigue happens. And they are also the root causes that actually can be related to having Sjogren's itself. So we go to the root causes and then we address them head on with the help of customized, personalized protocols, and that helps women immensely. They are able to see reversal of their symptoms from Sjogren's, from fatigue, and from the dryness and from the pain as well. Okay. Now, what is behind this fatigue? It is very, very important to understand, because from a functional medicine lens, it is important to understand what is causing this fatigue. If you go the conventional medicine side, ask your doctor, I'm having this fatigue, what's going on, what do I need to do? Then doctors might just tell you, just rest more, or they might hand you some antidepressants for the pain, which also comes with the fatigue, saying that it is just in your head. Now, this is not what we do. This is not what we do inside functional medicine. We do some more digging. We dig deeper. We find out what are the imbalances inside your body which are causing these, which are actually causing this dysregulation of the immune system, which is causing the dysregulation of your body's balance, because of which you're having this extreme fatigue. So we're going to find that out. Now, here are some of the reasons. Of course, in the live, I cannot cover all of them, but I'm going to go through some of the reasons which are directly related to you having the Sjogren's fatigue and Sjogren's as well. Okay, so let's get started. So the number one reason why I see that most women have Sjogren's itself and then the fatigue that comes with Sjogren's as well is happening because of the number one reason is viral infections. So if you have had Epstein-Barr virus sometime in your life, it can sit dormant inside your body and wait for the right conditions to be created, which means that when you are in stress, and then start attacking your body. Other viral infections are also herpes virus that can also cause the same kind of issues. And there are some other viruses as well which can trigger immune dysregulation inside your body. So if you have had any kind of viral infection which is sitting there inside, that can also trigger the immune dysregulation, which can cause the fatigue. Then the second number one cause that I see in people who have Sjogren's and women who have Sjogren's is immune dysregulation. So what happens is that there are overactive cytokines that are creating inflammation that drains your energy. Okay, so there are some overactive cytokines that are present inside the body. Now, cytokines are those molecules which are activated whenever there is too much inflammation or there are foreign particles inside the body that cannot be dealt with otherwise. So the cytokines are produced so that all the cytokines are rushed to that place where the foreign particle is, where the inflammation is happening, and that can create even more inflammation and can drain out the energy from your body. So when there is immune dysfunction, that is also a huge reason of the chronic fatigue. Now, how does this cause Sjogren's? Because whenever there are these viral infections, there is immune dysfunction also happening. Even with Sjogren's, that is what is happening, and that is creating a lot of inflammation, and it is also draining your energy as well. It is dysregulating your immune system, and your immune system is now confused and overreacting. Viral infections or endotoxins, toxins that come from inside your gut from the pathogenic bacteria, or exogenic or exotoxins that come from the environment also cause that, and I'm going to come to that soon. But that can also cause immune dysfunction or dysregulation. So your immune system is not just randomly attacking your own body. There are reasons behind it, which we are never told. And in fact, for someone like me, I have asked these questions. Why is my immune system doing that? But I never got any answers until I started digging into the functional medicine part of it, and I became certified in functional diagnostic nutrition. Until then, I was not. I never knew why the immune system is misbehaving, so to say, or you know, is dysregulated and doing what it is doing with an autoimmunity, right? So the third reason is micronutrient deficiency, which almost always is ignored. So when I do the Sjögren's reset method inside that program, I find that most women who I work with are deficient in B12, are deficient in magnesium, they are deficient also in iron, which also indicates, leaky gut, because whenever iron is missing or uh, is in low amount in anyone's body, that indicates that their digestion is not happening properly, they have leaky gut, and they also might be having presence of H. pylori in the stomach, which is a bacteria which causes um, bad digestive outcomes. So most people who have Sjögren's and whom I work with, they also have a lot of micronutrient deficiencies which are never addressed. And we find that out with the help of a test which is called HTMA, which is a hair tissue mineral analysis test, in which we find out all the different minerals, and many minerals are also present in other uh, vitamins and antioxidants like CoQ10. So when they are missing, we can find out that body is also deficient in those minerals and vitamins. So I find out that many women who have Sjögren's are also deficient in iron, they're deficient in magnesium, they're deficient in B12, as well as something like CoQ10. And the detoxification is also not working properly. So these are the very nutrients of your body which are present in your mitochondria, which need more and that need to make more energy, right? So when the nutrients are not present for the mitochondria to make more energy, it will keep sucking it in from your body, and you will start feeling drained out and tired. And the fourth reason is leaky gut. So if you have a compromised gut lining, that fuels systemic inflammation and it causes nutrient loss as well. So when you have leaky gut, most of the people who I work with, most of the women that I work with also have leaky gut inside their bodies, which they don't even know about. No one talks about it. No one tells them about it. And that is also fueling the systemic inflammation. And as I said earlier, when you have leaky gut, there are many toxins from the outside of the body which come through the food inside, and also inside the body from the pathogenic bacteria actually are able to escape from the gut lining into the blood and cause systemic inflammation. So, and because of that, because of the leaky gut, also what happens is nutrient loss happens, because now the body is not able to absorb the nutrient as well as it needs to. So that is another reason. Then the fifth reason is hormone imbalances. When you have imbalanced cortisol, you have imbalanced thyroid, you have messed up or disrupted adrenal rhythms, then your body cannot feel rested, cannot feel rested and cannot feel energetic as well. And that is when your body will always feel drained out, always feel the wrath of this extreme fatigue happening all the time. Okay, so very important to balance your hormones, follow the circadian rhythm, and I'm going to come to the 5 functional fixes as well. And then the other reason is stress and trauma. Of course, chronic stress, chronic low-grade stress dysregulates your nervous system and makes healing even harder. So very important to address the stress, address the trauma, so that the body can start the healing, because body keeps score. Okay, if you want a good suggestion for a book that will help you lower your stress and understand why stress is so important for the body, then there's this book called Body Keeps Score, which is complete, and I don't remember the author at the moment, but I can put it in the comments later on. But Body Keeps Score is a book that is very good if you want to understand the effect of stress on the body. And the last reason, but not the least reason, is environmental toxins. If you have pollutants around us, if you have allergens around us, if you have mold, all those things that come from air, water, and food as well, all of those environmental toxins as well, and not to disregard the mold as well. All of those can cause extreme drain on the body, and it will drain all your energy and cause the fatigue as well. Now, traditional medicine, what they say is that take these medications and then they do more testing, and then they say everything is normal and you just have to live with it. But what functional medicine does is we restore the balance, we fix the systems in the body that need the balancing and that fuel your energy, and doing that we are able to bring your body into homeostasis, and that is the state in where your body thrives. Homeostasis is a natural state where the body can stay in the perfect balance and function optimally. So that is how, when we find out what are the imbalances in your body, then we can bring your body back to homeostasis, and that will give you more energy throughout the day, not just throughout the day, but throughout your coming years as well. All right. So now, if you are someone who is completely ready to ditch this hamster wheel of not being able to heal your body, not being able to actually address the root causes or the imbalances that you feel in your gut are there, which are not being addressed, then this is your sign. Type a reset below in the comments, and I will reach out to you with the exact system, with the proven repeatable system that I have used, which is called the Sjögren's reset method, with my clients over and over again to give them relief from Sjögren's symptoms. Okay, so this is a system that I've used over and over again. It's a repeatable, proven system that I've used, that I've created, that I have created based on my own experience of having Sjögren's, and then based on all the struggles that my clients who have Sjögren's have been going through.